Hi everyone, Chris Natsky here with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching with your Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week live. First time I've done this, I decided to get out of my comfort zone and give it a whirl. So what I want to talk about today is competition. I know as being an entrepreneur for the last 23 years as well as a competitive athlete, competition is something that I've dealt with my entire life, and I've had it be something that paralyzes me all the way through really helps me grow and expand. And that kind of goes with the story that I'm going to share with you this morning. So about 3-4 years into me owning my professional martial arts studio, I got a phone call from a friend. He was a fellow martial arts instructor, and he had received a fax message. Now that's really dating the story, but he'd received a fax message on his home fax saying that a competitive martial arts school was opening up a mile east of my current location. And I have to tell you, as soon as I got those words, I went into absolute panic. Everything in my mind started racing. What's going to happen with my business? I put all this time and energy into it, and now I'm probably going to go belly up. What am I going to do with my family? What am I going to do with my staff? And all those worries, all those fears came incredibly present to me. So what I did in this panic state is I reached out for help. And I gave a call to two of my martial art friends who were great consultants in the industry and also incredibly level-headed. And what was so interesting is when I shared my story of panic, both of them had almost the exact same response. Both of them listened to me whine, and then they chuckled and said, "Chris, take a breath," and they said these words. They said, "You can't do anything about the competition. The only thing you can control is yourself and your business." The only thing you can control is yourself and your business. Well, I have to admit that hit me pretty hard, and I really thought about that for a while, and then I realized they were right. So what I did is I called an emergency staff meeting and brought all my people together, and I told them about the impending arrival of our new neighbor. And when I did that, I could literally see the fear coming across their face, because I think they were thinking the same thing I had been thinking about just the day before. But then I said to them, "Listen, this is what we're going to do. We can't do anything about that competitor. I can't go down and beat up the instructor, at least legally. I can't firebomb the place. There's that legal thing again. But what we can do is we can make this the best place we've ever had. We can make sure we answer the phone better, that our introductory lessons are better than ever before, our enrollment conferences, that this place is cleaner than it's ever been before, and that we teach the best classes possible." And then the final thing I left him with is, and by no means are we going to badmouth this other school. We're just not going to do it. Well, how did the story end up? Well, I am happy to report that in that following year, it was the greatest growth year that I ever had in 17 years worth of business. Our revenue went up 33% that year. And in addition to that, I was able to bring on my top 3 guys full-time from their part-time positions. So it was a huge revelation for me, a huge lesson to realize that we're really never in competition with anyone by ourselves. So what's the learning? Well, there you have it. We're never in competition with anyone but ourselves. We can only control what we can do. Doesn't mean that we ignore what's going on with the competition, but we keep the focus on what we can do. The second thing is this competitor was actually a huge gift for me. I mean, I don't think I would have ever looked at my business that closely or never rallied the troops as much as I did if I didn't have that person moving on down the street. And it ended up being a great, great gift. And then finally, what I learned is when you focus on what you're for, which was the growth and expansion of our business, versus what you're against, which would have been going against the other school, it just brings an aliveness to your mission. So my question for you this week is, who are you in competition with? And if you have that competition come up and it brings up fear, anxiety, slow down and get real about what you can do, how you can lead your team, and answer the question who you're really in competition with. So there you have it, my friends. There's my little talk, my first Facebook Live on the area of who you're in competition with. The other thing that I want to let you know is this. I'm really excited to announce that this Friday is Black Friday, and I'm going to be rolling out with my first Black Belt Friday special offer. It's going to be a mini coaching program that's going to help you get ready for the new year, get really clear on your objectives and putting together a plan, and I'm so excited about it. So I want you to look out for that. Everything's going to go out on Facebook on Friday, as well as if you're on my email list. Would love to have you participate. Or if it's not for you and you feel good about actually recommending to someone else, that would be great too. Anyway, this is Chris Natzke with your Black Belt, your Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week Live, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.